Okay, so this is another poorly done, crappy vlog style video. So, episode 13 through. So my horrible computer setup. Episode 13, Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, episode 12 or 13 through 30. So I watched the rest of the series as it has been released on Crunchyroll and or other streaming websites, probably Kiss Anime. Probably illegally, you can probably illegally stream it there if you're too cheap to uh, have to get Crunchyroll. Although there's a 14-day trial, which I'm on, before I pay for it in the foreseeable future. Um, so what did I think? I kind of went on for too long, about 14 minutes, and not much happened. I explained my passion for some of the older seasons and the character development, which progressed pretty well in this series despite my concerns after the Naruto movies, like Naruto the Last and Boruto the movie. Actually, I don't think I got to see that yet, so I might have to rent that. Um, or look for it online. Um, but this, so I was hoping there would be more on Mitsuki, but after about the first 10 episodes, they just drop it, which kind of pisses me off because I was really hoping they would get more in depth with it. The only new info, like I think by episode 25, that they mention is that Naruto apparently made a deal with Orochimaru, which I finally had to look up his name because I completely forgot Snake Guy's name. So Orochimaru, I guess, it made a deal, or Naruto knew that Mitsuku was his adopted child of sorts. Apparently, he's an artificial human created in Orochimaru's image and has some of his abilities. And I guess Naruto knows that because he tells Orochimaru in one episode, you know, Orochimaru asks, "How's my favor doing?" And Naruto's like, "Oh, yeah, it's doing well. No worries, he's doing fine." And I'm like, "Wait, so Naruto knows that Mitsuki is Orochimaru's like child that, at least according to Wikipedia, betrayed him, and that's why he went to the Leaf Village because he didn't want to be Orochimaru's puppet." Which is kind of a theme within the series that Orochimaru makes a million clones of himself and has a million apprentices, and they all end up betraying him and working. They end up rejoining the Leaf Village in some fashion, um, and help everyone like get back at him. Although it's funny, Orochimaru is back in this series as another reincarnation, which I don't know why. But he's actually like, you know, he's sort of kept prisoner within the city or nearby the city, and he's on constant watch by Naruto. He's being watched by Naruto all the time. But he's like, how do I describe it? He's not evil and he's not bad. He's just there now, so he can't do anything. He can still do his creepy ass experiments, but he can't like attack the village anymore. It's really vague on what his role is at the moment, and it's so frustrating. They introduce him in a segment to find like another character's backstory, and it just brings up a million more questions. I'm like, damn it! And I know it's going to be several people's fault. It's going to be the fault of the writer, the original writer of Naruto, because he has to figure out, crap, what am I going to do with the Orochimaru now that, Mitsuki, his new son-ish character, is around, and what am I going to do to, like, keep him in the storyline for later? And you have his new artists and probably fellow writers working on this series and the manga and everything. That's just a pain in the ass, and it gets so frustrating. So that's something I don't like. From episode 11 or 12 onward. What the hell? What I do like is Boruto's development is actually radically increased, and well, somewhat. Um, they're trying to set up the new teams for after the graduation of all the characters, but they keep delaying it. We're in episode 30. 31 comes out in a couple days. I'm excited for. but they skip the graduation and they skip like a year's worth of like the characters going through elementary or middle school to go through an arc about how, due to the setup of Naruto becoming Hokage, there is no war anymore, which is the major crux of every Naruto story, if you think about it, because the beginning is after the main wars between all the kingdoms, and Naruto's a part of. Naruto's in the Hidden Leaf Village, which is part of the Fire Kingdom, uh, or the land of fire rather. Um, so they're not an all-out war, but they are in constant feuds with other villages and other lands. In this, thanks to Naruto and the Fourth World Shinobi World War or whatever, which I think most people skipped over, and it's only in Japanese. So if you're like me and you skipped over it because you only watched the dub, then you don't really know what the fuck happened, or you don't care. And from what I've heard in the manga, that's when most people stopped reading the manga until Boruto happened. So, I mean, it's a steep decline for the Naruto fan base. So, but apparently, because all that shit and Naruto apparently saved the world, now there's no war, almost at all. So, this is the last feud, and they send the kids from the land of fire to the land of one of the lands of water. Apparently, there's like 3 or 4 of them, according to one of the episodes. And the kids have to, like, be the peacekeepers, which is a decent setup because it gets Boruto, Mitsuki, and his other friends, Shikadai, and a couple others, to sort of branch off and learn what fighting is about, because they only have to fight amongst each other in the peacetime. And it also gets them to sort of bring their skills to another country within the show, which hasn't really been done much. I think it started really in Shippuden. They tried to do it in later seasons of Naruto, past and in between filler arcs, which was kind of frustrating because then you have to look up an online guide to see what's filler, what counts, when did Naruto gain certain abilities. Like one of my favorite arcs in Naruto is one of the later ones where he goes on his 2-year journey with Jiraiya. But like other than that, I mean, the whole first Naruto series, after the first 3 or 4 seasons, you don't get a lot until you meet Jiraiya. It's a lot of filler arc. I skipped like every single battle with Sasuke because 1, I fucking hate Sasuke, and 2, it's mostly filler while they're looking for him, which is really frustrating. And I get it. It was probably writer's block. It was probably padding from both the manga studio as well as the studio that makes the anime. So, there's a million problems there. So in this, it's, Boruto, Mitsuki, Shikadai, and a couple others have to grow in the land of, they're in the village of the Hidden Mist, which apparently was the village of Blood Mist in one of the older seasons, which I don't really remember. I probably skipped it. It might have even been in a filler arc. And they even mentioned that Naruto killed one of the characters in one of the older series, but his child, the person that they're fighting, survived because Naruto didn't know. But Naruto wouldn't have killed them anyways. Naruto only kills people that directly assault him most of the time. And usually it's his last resort. It's been shown in this series that Naruto pretty much only knocks people the fuck out, or like holds them to contain them later, usually so someone else can sort of investigate. Usually as Anbu, Black Ops, or the military of the village pretty much look into it for him. Like he has later they bring in Sai, which is freaking awesome because he was like arguably the best part of the early arcs of Naruto Shippuden. So he's now sort of the new Black Ops team leader and the investigator of certain incidents that are in the later part of the season, part of the show. And Shikamaru, they are both the sort of leads on investigations, military action, police action, and pretty much anything to do with the village. They are Naruto's second and third in command, which is really awesome that they're pushing this, or that they were pushing this until the new uh, Hidden Mist Village arc that's currently going on. So I'm loving that. The fact that Naruto is being shown as a leader, and unlike some of the older Hokage in the anime, like the third, I think had a similar theme of taking care of everyone, being responsible, feeling responsible, and being shown the turmoil of having to take care of everyone while being frustrated that you can't spend time with your family. I mean, it's shown later that his children, I believe, was one of the team leaders. It was, I believe, Shikamaru's team leader is technically the son of the third Hokage, I believe, and then his son, or this nephew or something, it's kind of vague, is Konohamaru. Although they're never shown on screen together, so I'm not sure if it's his uncle or his dad. Like, it's really weird. And then later, the team leader, like, knocks up another team leader who's a female, and she has, like, she's about to have her kid as Shikamaru, like, finds out that he's been killed right before his new wife is about to give birth. Like, the fuck, man. Like, the writer of Naruto is an asshole. But this is, like, during the time where he kills, like, all of the old team leaders except Kakashi, which is, like, double fucked up. But, oh, okay. I mean, they almost kill everybody. I think, like, almost everyone gets resurrected, which is bullshit. Except for him. Like, he's just fucking dead. Like, him and Jiraiya are, like, the only ones that officially die. Oh, I think he actually gets killed not during the pain arcs, so yeah, it's a little different. Um, Pain, like, revives everyone but Jiraiya, which is weird, because Jiraiya was still killed with the rods that Pain killed everyone else with, so why wouldn't he get resurrected? It doesn't make much sense. That is a major plot hole, by the way. Unless I'm mistaken, someone can correct me in the comments if anyone ever sees this video. um, so the Hidden Villages. I mean, what do I think of it? I mean, they introduce a new character. They kind of rush his development. They're like, oh, he could be one of the new ninja swordsmen that was mentioned in the older seasons. And that's like the Water Kingdom's like top guard. Why is he evil? Why is he doing this? Why is Boruto not getting through to him? And I'm like, fucking, they're trying to make Boruto like another Naruto. Like, he can instill, like, the power of friendship and ultra radical moves via being just kind to people. He can, like, get them to change their ways back to normal or change their ways to be a better person. That's fine. It kind of works. It kind of doesn't, because Boruto overstresses it, and he hasn't gone through a conflict by this point yet. At least not a terrific one. The people who have are Sarada, arguably Mitsuki. Shikadai already has his own trouble at home. He's not like Boruto, who has parents that love each other and understand each other. He has Ino. Fucking Ino. No, that's not Ino. Ino is Sai's wife. Not Ino. What's her name? Tamari. He has fucking Tamari as his mom. I always forget because they both fucking wear purple, I think. No, Tamari wears black. No. What'd she wear in the original arcs? I think she wore a couple different colors. They also have a similar hairstyle, or similar hair color at least. So he has Tamari, sorry. Tamari is his mom, and she, like, constantly belittles and destroys both Shikamaru and Shikadai in terms of what they can and can't do when they get home. Shikamaru is still sort of a snarky older gentleman now. He's like, he has to take care of Naruto, and he knows it. And he remembers Naruto as a kid, so he has to constantly deal with the nagging feeling of, is Naruto going to be responsible in this moment as a leader, or is he just gonna, like, struggle to understand what I'm saying to him, what's going on? I mean, it's not shown very well, but that's what he's thinking. I mean, so far Naruto hasn't really had that trouble within the show, which I'm appreciative. They're not showing Naruto as an idiot like they do in the English dub a lot, and they still showed it in the Japanese one a bit from what I'm watching now. Um, but it wasn't as overblown as in the English and in some of the arcs of Shippuden. In this, Naruto has gained some wisdom and understanding through defeating foes recently, which I appreciate. They took so long, and they should have done it after like the second or third episode of the original series, but they didn't. They were like, "Oh, clarity," and then nope, we need comedy, so he's an idiot, and I'm just like, "Oh, why?" All to delay shit so Sasuke can get development. And in this, Sarada is like finally blooming as a character, but they already showed her in the first intro. She's going to be a part of Team Konohamaru, which has been spoiled already on the internet. So I know Team Konohamaru is going to be Sarada, Boruto, and Mitsuki, which is funny because it's pretty much all the children from the first series. Naruto and Hinata are Boruto's parents. Freaking Sakura and Sasuke's kid is on the team, Sarada. And then freaking Orochimaru's kid, clone thing, is like also on the team. Which goes back to like the past arc in Shippuden that I saw, where Orochimaru and the Sannin were all on one team, and the third Hokage's team. Which is cool because that's another kind of throwback if you think about it. And Naruto, who's Boruto's parent, is also the godson of the Sannin Jiraiya. So, and then Sakura was trained by the Sannin, whatever her name was, Tsunade. So that's all related again to the Sannin, and that's really neat. And that's spoiling the intros, so I don't know what they're trying to do. It's already been 17 minutes. What do I think of this new arc? I think the character development's great. I think the arcs are kind of all over the fucking place, and they need to work on it. This writing is insane. I don't know what they're going for. So many arcs that don't lead anywhere, especially the one currently. I'm waiting for this one to end so we can get back to Mitsuki's arc. They're referencing it again when he's like in the next episode he's gonna save Boruto. They've already mentioned that, so no surprise. I'm hoping they show it like the whole damn thing, or like I'm hoping Boruto stops acting like an idiot and just stops questioning it silently why Mitsuki is obsessed with him and just asks him why instead of just saying you sound weird. I'm like, fucker, just ask. Do you have affection towards me? I mean, or like his last name apparently means like moon and snake. So moon snake. And he's always calling Boruto his son, like the sun in the sky. So is it like they have to be together to work in sync, or is it like an actual relationship? I don't care if it's like probably not really the first gay character in Naruto, because that would be actually an interesting dynamic, and it'd be kind of funny for Boruto, especially since he always talks shit about women, and Sarada always talks shit about guys anyway, so it wouldn't fucking do anything other than bring out a better sense of diversity among the cast. But anyways, so yeah, that's what I think of episodes, I think 12 through 30. Interesting.